You are welcome to Sawai's native office this morning. Um, it's nice having you here with us today.
Thank you.
And I believe it's going to be a better one to have you here.
Thank you very much.
You are welcome.
Yes, sir.
So, for a start, I would want you to introduce yourself to our audience and let them know you before we start today's podcast. Huh?
All right. My name is Peter Aditobi. Um, I'm a graphic designer, a UI UX designer, and I've been designing for years. Let's say approximately for like 6 to 7, close to 6 or 7 years.
Wow.
So that's it. That's just about.
Okay, Mr. Peter, right?
Yeah.
It's nice having you here
Yeah, thank
this morning. And I would say I've been seeing some of your works online. I'm going to be tagging his LinkedIn handle under this conversation so that you can actually see some of his work, or probably his portfolio link if he has one. And I would like to say, in this design industry, there are a lot of things that has been going on most recently that people don't count. But to me, it's something that we need to look into and also find a balance to it.
Absolutely.
It's me seeing people in the course of doing a replication and everything, they tend to steal other people's work and call it their own.
Yeah.
In the sense that as a designer, we all know that in today's journey, if you want to start any design career, they will be like, you must know how to replicate a design.
Uh-huh.
And at the same time, they will be like, okay, what can you do? And how best can you improve a design? So they will have to give you a design to check and replicate it and improve it as well. But we have designers that are so lazy these days, and they will just be like, they really need to just quickly find something to do with their design, and they will just copy the design and then just carry it to Photoshop, remove the name, remove this and this and this, and just slam everything together, and then they will call it their own. How can you approach that as a designer? What do you think should be done? What do you think should be done? And how will you feel? Let me say, how will you feel? Let's start with how will you feel as a designer if you see your work outside and someone is claiming it to be his or her own? How will you feel as a designer?
All right. Thank you very much. So as a designer, let's say I see one of my work then repaired, stolen or replicated by another designer. Firstly, you also have to feel like you also have to feel bad about it because sometimes there's a different thing stealing. There's another thing where when you steal and you acknowledge where you stole from.
Yes,
like,
yes.
oh, I saw this on someone's portfolio. I saw this, someone did this, and I did this. You get that kind of thing. So it's kind of feeling where you get when someone take your design and acknowledge your thought process. There's a lot of things that go into designs.
Yes.
There's a lot of brainstorming. There's a lot of sketches and thinking
Idea
and stuff like that.
generation,
Idea generations that you have put into that design, and someone just come from nowhere and just grab your design off your table and just okay, I did this and he did it for another audience, another group of audience, and wow, the level of and the funny thing about design is like probably the level of acknowledgement you should get from that design, you didn't get it.
Yes.
Level of publicity you put into that design, you didn't get it, and probably you now went to this person portfolio, you see a lot of wow, like 10,000 views, stuff like that. Firstly, you actually feel bad, but on the other side of it, I think like it's a great feeling having your design based. Yes, it's
Like
actually a
someone
great
stealing
feeling.
my work means my work is great.
It's actually good. Oh,
Wow.
like wow, this guys did something nice here, and I have to pick it. It's actually a great feeling when you say, okay, your work is being stolen. But apart from the part, it's more psychological and it's giving you that feeling like someone actually take outright what belongs to you.
Yes.
So it's a mixed feeling for me actually. So I'll put it down. It's a mixed feeling.
Okay. Now let's now say if we find ourselves in that position, because I remember some weeks ago, I think that's something that also occurs in the music industry as well. They call it copywriting.
Yeah.
So let's assume that we find ourselves in that position now, and then someone stole the design, and then let me just say maybe they change a little of it. Let's say probably maybe you make use of a gradient fill for your background, and someone now replicates the design and then change the background to white, can we say that is still a form of stemming or an improvement?
All right. So I like there is also a part of creativity in speaking design, in stealing design. Actually, I don't want to use the word stealing because
Okay,
it's those
okay.
kind of I getting like theft.
No, nobody owns
Actually,
a design.
yeah,
To
nobody.
me,
That's
nobody
what I'm
owns a
saying.
design.
Nobody owns
Everything
his
just has
design.
to just be like,
Nobody's like
this
there's
is what
no
I can come
there's
up
no
with. There's no new
creativity.
design.
Creativity.
There's no new
There's
design. It's just bringing up ideas,
yeah
joining them together to
yeah.
become one. Okay.
Everything is just ideas that you built up on another idea that built up on another idea that make it totally new.
Okay.
So there's no new stunning like yes, I'm the one that come up with this concept, I'm the one that come up with this. Are you getting it?
I get you.
There is nothing like that. Everybody just ideas are just built on top of each other. So I don't think I got the question you asked again.
Yes, yes. I said, how will you feel? And then you've explained how you felt, which is you will feel like okay, because if your design is not good, they won't
Yeah,
steal from you
yeah,
in the
absolutely.
first place. And at the same time, I was talking about how best you can now say, okay, this design now, let me say, if someone, as I explained that, if they now change the background to another color, and then
Yeah,
the idea that is on my head is just
yeah.
that this design is majorly not yours because we cannot say I originated the design from scratch. It's just going to be like created on pieces that someone has created already that you are
Yes,
just building
also.
up on again.
Also.
Yes, which is fine. But another thing that I want to now say is that is it ideal as a designer, is it ideal as a designer? Because as I said earlier, that most people when they are doing design, when they are doing their design practice, they do tell them that okay, if you can't replicate a design, you are not a designer. If you
Mhm.
can't improve a design, you're not a designer. And at the process, people that are lazy tend to steal. Let me still continue using the word steal. People that are lazy tend to steal. Whereby they will just change the phone number and I remember doing one design one time like that. No, I'm not even the one. I saw someone online, a design for an eatery here in Oshogo. And at the long run, we now saw his design on another person's post. So the person actually improved it, but in the improvement, you will still see your touch. He was able to be like, no, 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 this is my touch. And the person actually come out strong and said, yes, I stole it from your page and I had to just slam some other things to it, put this and put this and put this. That one is okay because you are actually acknowledge the person that owns it at first. Though maybe he doesn't know the person that owns it, but immediately the person come out to be like, this is my design. He was able to own up to his own side and say, yes, it's your design. But now, let's now say, is it ideal for us now to now say as a designer, maybe when we have blockage,
Yeah,
people tend to go to Pinterest to go and look
sure,
for,
yeah,
they go to
sure.
Pinterest, they go to Behance to go and be like, let me go and check ideas. Is it ideal for us to just pick without looking at the source, where it's coming from? Because let's say to me, I might post that design on my own portfolio on my Pinterest page
Uh,
without the consent of the owner of the design.
uh,
I might have signed an NDA, though it's inappropriate for me to sign an NDA and still post the design. But let me say I might have signed an NDA not to post the design, and I find a way around it, and I was able to post the design. Now you now see the design, and then you now post it on your own page, and the person sees it on your page. How do you think the owner of the design, not the designer now, the clients,
the clients.
how will they feel when they see something like that?
Okay. And like from what you said actually, one of the key things that make a good designer is you must be a good collector.
Mhm.
You must know how to collect good designs in your mood board, how to save things up. Are you
Sure,
getting? You must know how to go to top sources or top designers
to generate ideas.
to look at what new things that they are doing, and you must know how to top them up. Are you getting? So that's one of the skills that make you a good designer. And over the time when you stock these things, the best
Yes.
thing like I won't want to be pious or be like a new person here. There are many times situations where I've seen myself like I saw a design, I just took it, I took somewhere. But I know
Yes.
that this design, one thing is I know that is not something that will go very far. There are many designs
Mm.
that you can't, let's say when you are designing for top client or top people category like that, there is no it's not reasonable for you to take a design from someone and just do it for them because you don't know how far your design might travel.
Yes,
But
exactly.
there are some design that like they are not going more than this
In
grassroots. Are you
this
getting it?
space,
They are not traveling more than this space
okay.
actually. So I like you. I think
I
you know what
understand
I
what you
said.
are
So
trying to say.
you can
Like,
just
as a
come up.
designer for techno now, I cannot stand up and tomorrow and say, I want to go and steal iPhone concept. And they use this for
I
techno.
agree.
When they are still going to be posting and posting, and people are
That's
going to be saying it very well.
that's
Yes,
that's
I did something of recent. I did something of recent, something like that. It's about, not even of recent, it was yesterday. Women's International Day, or what do they call it?
yeah, yeah.
So I was having a blockage, and all I had to do was just go to Pinterest to go and search for the International Women's Day, this thing. But something happened. In the process of checking through everything, I realized that a lot of design that are there,
Yes,
they are something that even if I say I should pick this thing, even if I say I should pick this thing, the owner will know because it's common. That yesterday, a lot of people are searching for designs on Pinterest,
yes.
and if you check what is trending most yesterday, it's about international women international, something international women's day or something
Yeah,
like that.
I believe
So
you.
now I saw the design on Pinterest. The first thing that came to my mind is, how am I going to replicate this design that will not look like the original design? So and I was like, okay, let me carry it to an AI that I will use to just replicate it, pick what I need, do this thing. So the first thing I did was just go to Photoshop as usual, remove some parts, some things from it, then carry it to the AI, replicate, and also make something similar to that. Not too far, but not the same thing. So I was able to generate that and then carry it back to my Photoshop and edit what I need to edit from it. At some point, if it's not you or anyone that knows about the original design, they won't say this is stolen because I realized that the main design was in, I think, is in peach color. It's in peach color. When I carried it to my AI, it changed the color to deep blue that I want for the brand. And at the same time, the AI had to check some other things on it, like turning one old image to a younger image and everything like that. And I was able to use it. And at that point in time, I was able to now be like, oh, so this is what can actually happen. And that's what about this topic is happening. Because to me, it's more or less like, why would someone just carry someone's design and just lift it up like that and use it directly like that? So my own advice, or let me say, before I talk about my own advice, what advice can you give to the upcoming that are coming? That you can be like, is it even upcoming? No, let me say upcoming. People that want to venture into graphic design fully. Let me just use the word graphic because someone cannot be a brand designer without passing through that stage first. Let me say, as a graphic designer, what advice can you give someone that is just coming up when they inform the person that you have to steal, you have to replicate design, you have to improve design? What advice can you give in that scenario to them so that it's not be like they can actually go online, pick someone design, remove the name of the brand and the phone number that is there and slam their own on it? What can you say to them, please?
Okay. As a newbie, let me just put it that way.
Okay.
I would say like don't take it too much on yourself.
Yes.
Don't take too much on yourself. There when you starting venturing into designs,
Mm.
you have to like do some replications, start building your portfolios, and that time probably you don't have jobs that or gigs that are coming in.
Sure.
So there is little to um jobs that you can do. So the best thing is for you to just probably go online, look for stuff you can replicate and do something. But you can do it in such a way. Probably is like you have like 2 or 3 mentors. You've talked to them. I've been doing your portfolio and I've been doing stuff like this.
Someone that you are accountable to.
Replicating, yeah, someone I can people to. And I believe like there is no top designer that won't feel like, oh, this is actually good, and they put you on and put you into it. So you can just start from there, check their portfolio, check their stuff, replicate it, or and send it to them. They give you feedbacks and stuff like that. I think all those gradual steps are things that make you a designer. So from that, and today we are in a
AI.
very AI world. You can just talk to search for prompt online and just give you designs related prompt or
Prompts.
stuff like that that you can just do on your own. So you don't really actually have to wait till you get big and start building your portfolio. And because people out there want to see what you've been up to, they want to see what magic you can create, what's the new stuff about you, and what other interesting things you've got. So you don't just actually have to sit down there and wait till some good things come. So I think like having a mentor, having a group or collection of designers can actually help you in your
Community.
in your design journey So you can, I've seen a lot of people just getting into design and okay, they just post it on their, let's say their Twitter or LinkedIn. I saw this design somewhere and I recreated this from a senior designer, and the guy would get there. Okay, lovely. These are corrections. I getting it. So I think like things like that will actually help you as a beginner
Exactly.
designer.
Exactly. So another thing that I would like to recommend is to just buttress your point. It's very simple. Is to make use of AI majorly to get prompt, as you said. And at the same time, in some space, one just need to just work with AI because some to me, if someone has actually worked with a brand that has to do with NDA, that has to do with NDA, there are some information that you cannot steal online. There are some things, there are some assets that you will need to either you pay for them or you source for them somehow, somehow. That's why you will see most designers that are photographers that will be like, I'll need to go and take that picture myself. Because if they make use of any out pictures, maybe they pick it online, anybody can come out tomorrow and be like, no, you pay
This is
for
my
this thing.
picture.
This is my picture. So one can make use of AI, and most especially, let me just talk about the AI that I do use of recent. I make use of Gemini. I make use of FreePic. I see myself creating image on FreePic. So if you see any image online that you like, probably maybe you see any image on Pinterest or Behance, just screenshot it. Go to free pick prompt and generate prompt using the image directly to give you a replica of that image that you have there, and you can make use of it. And at the same time, I can give on splash.com. They provide images
Yeah,
also,
yeah,
high
yeah,
quality
yeah.
images. The free ones are there, and then
So many,
so many websites, so many AI websites that you can actually make. So ChatGPT is also there. You can use ChatGPT to generate from Gemini to generate prompts. Everything is there, and I believe that at the end of everything, you are going to do well and you are going to progress well. Until some other time that we're bringing up another topic about tech, and we're bringing up another speaker for you. Do well to sit back and build yourself slowly. So, Mr. Peter, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much,
And
sir.
hope to see you some other time when we
Yes,
call.
sir. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.